This is a strike pack, but not the strike pack you're thinking of. It's made by a company that I cannot pronounce the name to save my life. Alien? A-Lion? I'm just gonna call it A-Lion. Now, we are going to be reviewing a product they call the strike pack, but in most of their marketing, they actually call it a Xbox paddles. Now, it's probably just for marketing purposes because, you know, they want to advertise something called the strike pack when it really isn't a strike pack. But to make it a little easier, I'm just going to refer to this device as the strike pack. Starting off at $27. This is the great value version of the strike pack, and it comes with all the necessary things you need. Upon opening the box, you get the strike pack itself, 5 feet USB Type-C cable, and you also get 2 paddles. They are made out of some sort of aluminum, and you get a manual. Now, this adapter only works with the newer generation of Xbox controllers, the ones for the Xbox Series S and X. Moving over to the build quality, this thing is 90% plastic. The only thing that isn't plastic is the paddles. You also, oddly enough, have a 3.5 millimeter jack in the front of the adapter or strike pack. How bizarre is that? Funny enough, it doesn't even actually work. In my testing, it's just plain noise. You can't hear anything. It's bizarre. I don't know why would you put it on specifically the front of it. And why would you need one? You have it on your controller. Now, let's get into setting this thing up. First, of course, you want to grab the adapter out of its box and grab the paddles out of the box as well. After removing your paddles outside of the box, go to the back of the adapter. There should be 2 little spots for each side of the paddles. They should automatically just slip right in pretty easily. Then grab your controller and put the strike pack on the back. You want to make sure you get the back clip goes into the controller first, then the front plastic, and then the front piece of the strike pack. Then go ahead and plug the strike pack into the controller. Now, all that is left is plug the USB Type-C cable into the controller and then into the console. Moving over to mapping the buttons, all you have to do is hold down the right button on the back of the controller above the paddle on the right hand side. Hold down to the blue LED light will start blinking. Then go ahead and hold down the button you would like to map. Go ahead and hold down the paddle you would like to map to. Once both are being held down, release at the same time and go ahead and press the right hand button on the controller again, and the blue light will stop blinking. Once that's all done, your button should be mapped to the paddle you would like, and you're all good to go. And if you are wondering what the other button on the left hand side of the paddle, that is the reset button. It will remove any keys you have mapped or just reset the whole device itself. After spending a couple of days playing multiple different genres of games, I can say that this paddle actually works pretty well. I definitely am glad that someone went out of their way to make just paddles for the back of your controller. This is something that Xbox should do, but that is why the Elite Series exists for this reason. But for $30, these aren't that bad. I think if you're just looking for paddles, this is a great alternative for someone that's looking at buying a strike pack because it's technically a mod pack. And if you want to try to avoid not getting banned or anything like that, these are a great option. My only downside to this thing is mapping of the buttons. It's kind of weird, but it does get the job done. Overall, this is a really cool device, but I don't really think it's worth $30. I definitely think it should have been around 20, not 30. Plus, you can get this off Alibaba for 15 if you really want to go that route. But overall, if you're looking for paddles, but you don't want to get caught cheating, this is a great alternative for you. I think this device works pretty well, but again, the build quality, the device itself, it definitely feels cheap, and I don't think it's worth $30. I highly recommend going the Alibaba route, but again, this thing's pretty decent. But like what I said earlier in the video, the thing is actually kind of worth it if you're just looking for paddles, and that is it. Specifically, just paddles in the back of your controller. It's not that bad. Well, this brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys liked this. This was a pretty cool product to review. I always love attachments for controllers because they offer such a better price point than buying a higher end controller like the Elite series if you're on a budget. Again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good one.